Why did you want to organise the city today?
It was a public demand. We've been protesting the occupation of Gaza and the West Bank, or Gaza in particular, for 5 or 6 years now. And on the 7th, the Israelis started bombing the place. You know, it's been described by President Carter as the world's largest outdoor prison. The Gazans have nowhere to go, and people are dropping bombs on them. It's outrageous. So, you know, we're out here saying, stop. That's it, no more. Yes.
What are your views on the whole situation?
They've got to stop killing people. It's no more complicated than that. The Israelis have got to stop what they're doing. They're bombing hospitals, residential areas. You know, nobody's going to come to a peace talk when you've got that happening to your families. You know, it's just not the way human nature is. It's got to stop, and stop now.
And this isn't the first protest that you've had?
No, we've been protesting at the end of each month for 5 or 6 years, but since the 7th, when this blew up, we've been having them weekly. The people have asked us to have them weekly. Ordinarily, we're at intersections with flags and banners, but we've been asked to call a big one today, nationally, that's happening all over the country. So we thought, well, we'll see if we can make that happen. So we're here.
And do you have a lot of support?
I mean, I didn't expect this many originally, you know, and it's not even time to go. And then it's just, yeah, no, we're thrilled. Seriously, we're thrilled.
And what are your thoughts on how this all unfolded? Obviously, Hamas came in and started things. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's the usual response. But if you get that the Palestinians have been under siege for 48 years, you will see why they respond occasionally in anger. And in international law, the occupied have a legal right to respond. So while I wouldn't condone their actions on the 7th, the bombing of civilians, that's deplorable. Having said that, you have to recognise that they do have a legal right to take action to defend themselves.
And could you say that's on both sides?
Sorry?
Could you say that's on both sides?
Well, the problem with the Israeli response is it's indiscriminate. It's just, as I was saying, vacate the north of Gaza because we're flattening it. You know, what do you do? Several million people living here, you've got to get out of the road. And, you know, it's outrageous. You know, and it's Palestinian land. Israel is on Palestinian land. So, I mean, I'm not suggesting for a minute it's not complicated, but there's got to be a way to stop this willful destruction of Palestinian lives. There's got to be a way to stop it. Stop now.
And so you're supportive of the Palestinian people, not Hamas?
Oh yeah, it's for the people. But the Palestinian internal politics is none of my concern. You know, any more than who I vote for here is any of their concern. That's a Palestinian issue. But they have a right to do it in peace. You know, that's why we're here. There are no doubt Palestinians coming who will say, you know, that fiercely defend Palestinian responses because that's their whānau that's been bombed and stuff, you know. So there's a variation of views, but no one is supporting war here. All our advertising says no war on Gaza, stop the war now. It's just, you know, it's whānau that are suffering, not the military. Certainly on the Palestinian side, it's not the military.
And is there anything else you want to add?
I think just to emphasise the message, to make this thing stop, people like this have got to start raising their voice and demanding it. Demand of our government that they tell the international community through the UN and every other legal avenue they have, stop the bloody war now.
And that includes, do you think Hamas should...
Everybody, it needs to stop. Like I've said repeatedly, there's no support for harming civilians, none whatsoever. The war's got to stop now. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.